Okay, so hello my dear students. So welcome to continuation of our discussion for error correction. And for this video, we shall be having illustrations in determining how to determine the adjusted net income and prepare correcting entries in relation to the errors. Okay, so let's have here we have net income for 2011 unadjusted for 3 million, 2012 4 million, and 3.5 million for 2013. Also, we have here 6 errors, and we are to determine its effects in the net income, diba? For years 2012, 2011, 2012, and 2013, and how and what are the correcting entries or adjusting entries, assuming the books of 2013 have not been closed. Okay, so let's start with our first first error. We have December 31, 2011 inventory is overstated. So if your ending inventory is overstated, of course, understated yung cost of goods sold natin, then of course, overstated yung net income. So since overstated yung net income for 2011, so we'll deduct 120,000, diba? Then since these are counting balancing error, so if it's overstated in 2011, of course, it's understated for 2012. Kasi, so bakit diba understated yung 2012? So if overstated yung beginning inventory, ending inventory in 2011, so overstated yung beginning inventory for 2012. So if overstated yung beginning inventory, overstated yung COGS, and understated yung net income. So that's why the effect of the error would understate net income in 2012. Okay, so yan. So since nag-counterbalance yung error as of 2012, so there will be no adjustment, so no entry for the adjustment. Okay. So let's have number 2, December 31, 2013, inventory is understated. So if understated yung ending inventory natin, overstated yung cost of goods sold, and therefore understated yung net income. So understated yung net income by 210,000. So since books is still open, so 2013 books have not been closed, so pwede natin siya i-adjust, no? So debit lang tayo ng inventory. Inventory ending, also inventory on December 31. Okay, then credit lang tayo ng profit or loss or income summary. Okay, for yun nga, 210,000. Okay. So for number 3, December 31, 2011, accrued interest payable is understated. So if understated yung accrued interest payable natin, diba? So if understated siya, so understated din yung interest expense natin. So if understated yung interest expense, so therefore overstated yung net income natin. So overstated siya by 40,000. Okay, so if overstated siya by 40,000 for 2011, since this is counterbalancing, it would understate also your net income for 2012, kasi nga ma-overstate yung expense. Kasi you will recognize expense in 2012, the moment you pay the expenses, kasi you have not accrued it in 2011. So overstated yung expense, so understated yung net income. Or yung effect talaga ng counterbalancing error is that if overstated siya in the yung year nagkaroon ng error, sa subsequent year, mag-understate yung net income. Okay? Or kabaliktaran. Okay, so parang yung net effect niya is mag-counterbalance yung error. Okay? So, again, so since nag-counterbalance yung error as of 2012, so walang entry. Okay? So, for number 4, we have depreciation, on accrued interest payable is overstated for 90,000. Okay, so in 2013. So, since we're computing for 2013, up to 2013 lang, so overstated. So pag overstated yung expense natin, understated yung net income natin by 90,000. So, since open pa yung books, so pwede naman siya i-adjust. So, pag open pa yung books, this current year na error, pwede mo siya i-adjust sa nominal na account. Okay? Kasi pag close na yung books, of course, sa retained earnings mo siya i-adjust. Okay? Since open pa yung books, you'll debit lang accrued interest payable. Okay? Accrued interest payable. Since being it's overstated, then you'll credit lang interest expense, of course. Interest expense for 90,000. Yan. And then what else? Okay, that's number 4. Number 5 is number 6 are both understatement and overstatement of depreciation. And depreciations errors and depreciations are non-counterbalancing, meaning to say hindi siya maka-affect sa net income the subsequent year. Okay, so for December, for 2012, we have depreciation for 2012 is understated. So if understated yung depreciation, understated yung expense. So therefore, overstated yung net income natin by 180,000. Okay? So therefore, we have, since it's 2012, no? So close na yung books for 2012, yung adjustment natin is to debit it to retained earnings. Okay? Retained earnings for the overstatement of net earnings in 2012. And credit lang tayo ng accumulated depreciation. Okay, accumulated depreciation. For 180,000. Yeah. Next, okay, for number 6, depreciation for 2013 is overstated. So overstated yung depreciation natin. Therefore, overstated yung expense, understated yung net income by 30,000. So, to correct the error, since open pa man yung books, we'll adjust it to a nominal account. No? So, yung debit lang, accumulated depreciation, credit lang ka ng depreciation, of course, depreciation expense for 30,000. For 30,000. Okay. So, it will be our adjusting entry. So, we'll determine no, the corrected net income for 2011. 2,840,000. For 2012, we have 3,980,000. And then 2013 for 3,830,000. So, ginawa natin, yung adjusted lang na unadjusted net income for years 2011 to 2013. And then, ano lang, we determine lang the effects of the error for each year. So, you have here our adjusted net income. Okay? And so, Station 2, no? So, an entity reported net income for 2011 of 1.5 million, for 2012 of 2 million, and 2013 of 2,800,000. Okay? Then we have here following errors, no? We have some errors here, no? Which we are to compute for the adjusted net income for 3 years, and of course, prepare journal entries assuming 2013 books have not been closed. Okay, so we'll start na with our first error. Okay. Okay. So first, accounts receivable instead of notes receivable was debited in 2013. No? Accounts receivable instead of notes receivable was debited in 2013. So ito wala itong effect, 'di ba? So since it is an statement of financial position error, 'di ba? We have 3 types of error. Statement of financial position error and income statement error, both of which do not affect net income. Okay? Kasi ano lang, namali lang, no? Namali lang yung pag-classify, no? Pag-classify sa expenses or accounts na nagamit natin. Okay, but we have to do is to reverse, di ba? Or i-correct lang natin kung ano yung dapat account title na nagamit. Okay? Then yung adjusting entry natin or to reclassify, di ba? Reclassify ng tama na account. Okay? So, since accounts receivable instead of notes receivable was debited, no? So, ang gawin natin, no, to adjust that one, no, of course, is to debit notes receivable, di ba? Debit natin yung notes receivable, credit accounts receivable. Kasi, di ba, accounts receivable was debited instead of notes receivable. Okay? So walang effect sa net income. Okay? That's for 20,000. Okay. Yeah. Next would be our second error. Purchases account was debited instead of office supply. So this is an income statement error naman, di ba? Income statement error. So again, wala itong effect sa net income. All you need to do is to reclassify, no, the entry or reclassify yung account, no, dapat na magamit. So since purchases of account was debited instead of office supply, so yung adjusting entry niya is to debit office supplies, credit purchases. Okay, for 5,000. Okay, 5,000. Okay. Next, for number 3, no, the physical inventory on December 31, 2011 was overstated. Okay? So, this is a combined statement of position and income statement error, di ba? Of which, maapektuhan yung income and its related asset or liability. Okay? So, since 2011 ending inventory is overstated, that would lead to understatement of your cost of goods sold, and of course, overstatement of your net income by how much? By 10,000. Okay, so overstated yung net income sa 2011. And since this is counterbalancing, it would lead to understatement of net income in 2012. Okay, yan. So, since nag-counterbalance na ito by 2012, of course, no entry for adjustment. Okay, yan. Let's have number 4. For number 4, the physical inventory on December 31, 2012 was understated. Okay, the physical inventory for 2012 was understated. Okay, so if understated yung ending inventory, overstated yung cost of goods sold for 2012, no? Then understated yung net income by how much? By 15,000. So, understated yung net income for 2012, and then it will lead to overstatement of your net income in 2013. Okay? So, since books of 2013 have been closed, then i-adjust mo lang yung error sa 2012. Okay? So, since understated, ang gawin mo, you'll debit inventory, no? Inventory for January 1, no? Then credit retained earnings. Yeah. To correct the error in 2012, no? For 15,000. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's have number 5. So for number 4, let's have number 5, no? So number 5 natin, no? So advances from supplier were recorded as purchases, but the merchandise was received in the subsequent year. Okay? So nangyari, you've recorded purchases for 2011 of 30,000, but the shipment or na-receive mo yung goods was for 2012. So supposedly, dapat i-record mo yung purchases in 2012. But you recorded it as purchases in 2011 nung nag-advance payment ka. So, that yung error. Also, in 2012, ganun din yung nangyari. So, nag-advance ka for 40,000. You recorded it as purchases. Pero dapat sa 2013 tayo na purchases. So, yung effect niya, yung error natin, so for 2011, yung purchases mo is overstated. Okay? Overstated yung purchases, so overstated yung COGS. So, that would mean na mag-understate yung net income mo. Okay? So, yan, mag-understate yung net income mo by 30,000. Then, since this is a counterbalancing error, yung effect niya is mag-overstate yung net income for 2012. So, bakit mag-overstate? Bakit mag-overstate? Kasi for 2012, your purchases na is understated. Kasi dapat sa 2012 kasi yun dapat na purchases. So, understated yung COGS, understated yung purchases, understated yung cost of goods sold, therefore, overstated yung net income. And wala yung adjusting entry since nag-counterbalance na yan siya. Nag-counterbalance yan siya on 2012 ang error. So, for 2012, the same error, no? So, understated yung net income for 2012 and overstated yung net income in 2013. Okay? So, since open naman yung books no, for 2013, so pwede mo pa i-adjust yung 2012 na error. No? Kasi, di ba, pag close na yung books for 2013, so, nag-counterbalance sa 2013, wala na sanang entry. So, since open naman yung book, so pwede mo siya adjust sa beginning balance of the retained earnings. So, ang gawin mo, you'll debit purchases to recognize purchases in 2013, no? Then, credit ka ng retained earnings. No? Credit ka ng retained earnings for 40,000. Kasi understated yung net income mo sa 2012. Okay, so let's have number 6. No, number 6 na error. Okay. Advances from customer recorded as sale, but the goods were delivered in the following year. Okay, advances from customer recorded as sale, but the goods were delivered the following year. Okay, so nag-advance ka sa customer, no? Yan. You receive advances from customer. Okay. For 2011, amounting to 25,000, no? Then you recorded it as sale, no? Instead of recording it as advances from customer. You recognize it as sales already, no? Though dapat ma-record mo siya as sales for 2012. So the same thing happened in 2012, di ba? So the effect of the error, so since overstated yung sales, of course, overstated yung net income mo by 25,000. Okay? So, yun siya. Overstated for 2011 for 25,000. That would mean understatement, no? In sales for 2012 and understatement of your net income. Okay? Since nag-counterbalance ito by 2012, then wala nang error. Wala nang adjusting entry. Okay? And then, for 2012, same thing nangyari, no? Understated yung sales, overstated yung net income by 50,000 for 2012, diba? Then, understated yung net income for 2013. Okay? Now, since open naman yung 2013, so pwede mo i-adjust yung error sa 2012. Okay? Yan. So, since overstated yung net income, no, you'll debit retained earnings and you've recognized the sales. Kasi the sales should be in 2013. Okay? So, yan yung entry mo. we have 50,000. Okay, so let's have our number 7. Number 7 na tayo. Okay? Insurance premium for 3 years paid in 2011 was charged entirely to expense. Okay? Was charged entirely to expense in 2011. So supposedly, dapat for 2011, 2012, and 2013, expense mo is 5,000. 5,000 each year. So, ang nangyari, you've expensed it entirely on 2011. So, effect ng error, diba? Yung effect ng error. Ang net understatement of net income, no, is 10,000. So, bakit 10,000? Kasi, 15,000 yun siya, na-expense mo at 15,000 entirely, pero dapat may expense man din for 2011 na 5,000. So, 10,000 lang yung understatement ng net income kasi yung overstatement na expense is 10,000 lang. Okay? So, yun siya. Since for 2012 and for 2013, no, understated na yung expense. So, kasi nga, na-record ko siya entirely in 2011. So, that's 5,000, no? Na overstatement of the net income for 2012 and for 2013. Okay? Yan. So, yung adjusting entry nito, no? Yan. So, ang net, net effect sa retained earnings mo for 2012 is 5,000 na understatement, di ba? No, 5,000 na understatement. And since open pa man yung 2013, yung books, kasi di ba siya close, no? So, kung close na, nag-counterbalance na yan, na yan sana, no? Ang error. So, since open pa man siya, so pwede ko pa i-adjust yung as of 2012 na error. No? So, ang gawin mo, you'll recognize insurance expense for 2013 and then credit retained earnings, okay, for 5,000. Kasi for net effect sa 2012 is understatement of 5,000 in retained earnings as of 2012. Okay? Yan siya. So let's have number 8. Okay, let's have number 8. Error. Okay. Accrued salaries are not recorded. Okay, accrued salaries are not recorded. So if accrued salaries are not recorded, of course, understated yung salaries expense, then overstated yung net income for 2011. Okay? For 2011. So, yun siya. Overstated yung net income by 30,000 in 2011. No? Since this is counterbalancing, ang effect niya for 2012 would mean understatement of your net income for 30,000. So, on 2013, no, we have understated din of your accrued salaries expense for 60,000. So, anong nangyari? Overstated din yung net income. Okay? Overstated yung net income by 60,000. Okay? Due to understatement of your salaries expense. So, yung adjusting entry mo dyan, of course, is to debit salaries expense, then credit accrued salaries payable for, of course, 60,000. Okay. So, let's have number 9 na error. Number 9 na po tayo. Okay. So, rent for 2 years received in 2012 was entirely credited to income. Okay. So you received rent amounting to 10,000, no? But the rent income is for 2 years. So dapat i-record mo siya as income for 2012 and 2013 each year at 5,000. Okay, so since each year at 5,000, then you've recorded it in 2012 at 10,000, no? So overstated yung net income mo in 2012 for 5,000. No? Then understated yung net income mo sa 2013 by 5,000. Okay? Yun siya. So, what do we are adjusting entry? No? So, since open pa yung 2013, so i-adjust mo lang yung error sa 2012. So, you'll debit retained earnings kasi overstated yung net income mo. Then, you've recognized the rent income in 2013. Okay? For 5,000. Yan. To adjust the error in 2012. Okay? So, let's have number 10. Okay? We have unrecorded interest receivable. Okay? Unrecorded interest receivable. So, if unrecorded yung accrued interest receivable mo, then understated yung interest income. Diba? Understated yung interest income. So, if understated yung interest income for 2012, for 10,000, understated din yung net income mo. Diba? So, understated yung net income by 10,000. So, we have overstated. Overstated din yung net income mo for 2013 kasi nga counterbalancing yung error. So, normally, ma-record mo siya as interest income for 2013 the moment you receive the interest. Pero, dapat interest income yun sa 2012. Yan. So, for this, no, since open pa man yung 2013, pwede mo pa i-adjust yun yung error. Okay? So, ang gawin mo, you'll just debit interest receivable or accrued interest receivable, no? Credit ka ng retained earnings. Okay. Or debit ka ng retained earnings, credit ka ng interest income. Yan. For how much? 10,000. Okay? For 10,000. Then on 2013, same ang nangyari, no? You have unrecorded interest receivable. So understated yung net income by 25,000. Okay, understated yung net income by 25,000. Okay, so since open pa yung 2013, pwede po siya i-adjust sa nominal account, no? So you'll debit interest receivable. Interest receivable, credit ka ng interest income. Recognize the interest income. For how much? For 25,000. Okay, so let's have the second to the last error. We have number 11. Okay, so improvements on building had been changed. Charged to expense on January 1, 2012, having a life of 5 years. Okay, so life of 5 years. So, ano yung entry nito, no? So, ano yung effect ng error? So, yung error, diba, for 2012, dapat na-expense mo kasi siya, no? at 2012 at 100,000, pero it should have been debited to building kasi improvements ito sa building, no? So capitalizable. Okay, so dapat instead of charging it to expense, i-amortize mo siya or depreciate mo lang siya for 5 years. Supposedly, may expense ka na 20,000 per year, no? So since for 2012, effects at 2012 is overstatement of the expenses of 80,000, so therefore understated yung net income mo by 80,000. That's for 2012. Okay, so understated yung net income mo by 80,000. Okay, pero for 2013, understated din yung expense mo, no? So, kasi di ka nakapag-record ng depreciation by 20,000. Okay? So, how could we adjust this error, no? Okay? So, of course, you'll debit building sa cost niya. Debit building sa cost niya. Then, that's for 100,000. Okay? 100,000. So, you'll debit retained earnings for the unrecorded depreciation. You'll debit credit retained earnings for the understatement of depreciation. No? Understatement of depreciation for understatement of the net income for 2012. Okay, yun siya. So for the current year depreciation, since open naman yung books, you debit it to depreciation expense. Yan. For 20,000. And of course, you'll credit accumulated depreciation for 2 years. So since for 2 years, should be 40,000. 20,000 per. Okay, so let's have number 12. So on January 1, 2012, an equipment costing 40,000 was sold for 20,000. Okay, so at that date of sale, the equipment had an accumulated depreciation of 25,000, and the cash received was recorded as other income in 2012. Okay, so the selling price of the equipment was 20,000. It was sold for 20,000, but the carrying amount, so the carrying amount was, so yung cost niya less accumulated depreciation. So yung cost is 40,000 less accumulated depreciation of 25,000. Okay. Yan. Sorry. 40,000. So yung carrying amount is 15,000. So dapat yung gain on sale, should be 5,000. Okay. But the error is, recognize niya as other income yung 20,000. So therefore, overstated yung net income in 2012 for 15,000. Okay? Kasi na-record niya as other income ng 20,000, pero the gain on sales only 5,000. So dapat, no? Or overstated yung net income for 2012 by 15,000. Okay? So, for yung error, ang effect is 2012 lang, overstated by 15,000. Okay? So, how to adjust that one? Okay? So, since that was on 2012, so close na yung books on 2012. So, yung adjustment mo is to debit retained earnings na lang, no? Debit retained earnings for the overstatement in 2012 amounting to 15,000. Diba? And of course, you shall debit accumulated depreciation para ma-close na siya. Okay? Amounting to 25,000. Kasi 25 yung accumulated. Then, i-credit mo na yung cost ng equipment. Okay? For, of course, the cost. Which is 40,000. So, yun yung entry niya to correct that one. Okay? So, since we're done with adjusting, no? Yan. For number 11 and for number 12. So, kunin natin yung adjusted net income, no? For the 3 years. Okay? So, for 2011, we have 1,475,000. For 2012, we have 2,105,000. And for 2013, we have 2,730,000. So, this will be your adjusted net income. Okay. So, have here, no? So, that's the second part, no? Second part of our illustration. So, thank you.